Order. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sandy, could we have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Shippers.
Here.
Ellenboss.
Present.
Ingalls. King.
Here.
Mayor Folkins.
Here. And next, we need an approval of tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second it.
Councilmember Ellenboss.
Yes.
Ingalls. King.
Yes.
Shippers.
Yes.
Mayor Folkins.
Yes, motion carries. We'll go ahead and open the floor for our first public comment. Seeing no one, we'll close public comment and move to the approval of the consent agenda, which this evening we do have the minutes from our regular meeting that was held on December 19th.
I'd make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support?
Councilmember Ingalls. King.
Yes.
Shippers.
Yes.
Ellenboss.
Yes.
Mayor Folkins.
Yes, motion carries. And this evening, we do have a public hearing, so I'll turn it to Marcus for introduction.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council. Our public evening this evening is to consider the adoption of an ordinance regarding an easement or granting of an easement with Consumers Energy Company for electric facilities located at 506 8th Street, as presented at your last City Council meeting. This is in regard to making sure we will continue to have power at that property. That property is currently the location of the old Wellfield Water Department facilities. As everybody knows, those facilities are changing as we are finishing up construction of the new Wellfield, essentially decommissioning and raising the facilities at the old Wellfield. As a part of that, the electric infrastructure is going to be moving, and we need to relocate that with a new easement. So.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Seeing no one, we'll close public hearing and our public comment for the hearing and to the council for discussion or a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution to adopt ordinance to approve granting of an easement to Consumers Energy Company for electric facilities, 501 or 506 8th Street property. That's it.
Second it.
Councilmember King.
Yes.
Shippers.
Yes.
Ellenboss.
Yes.
Ingalls. Mayor Folkins.
Yes, motion carries. And this evening, we have a community spotlight.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce?
Yes, thank you again, Mayor and members of the City Council. As I believe everybody knows, childcare is a very important element to a successful community. And Cadillac, like many others across our nation, is trying to do everything it can to help facilitate access to quality childcare for everybody. Here this evening is Rebecca Kranitz, that is currently with the Alliance for Economic Success, to introduce to the City Council as well as to members of our community information about a child care accelerator program that's underway. And without any further ado, Rebecca, if you wouldn't mind going to the podium. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for having me. So, like Marcus said, we do have trouble with child care, and about 64% and 64% of families with children under the age of 6, 75% of families with children between the ages of 6 and 7 have both parents working in the workforce. 35% of people in Michigan live in a child care desert, which means that you don't have enough child care spots for the amount of children that require child care. And child care for 2 children consumes 27% of Michigan families' income. So it is a huge amount within the parents' paychecks. So they can find child care. It is eating a lot of their money. So a quick backstory, inspired by a series of informal cross-sector Cadillac child care conversations in the early 2022, a core team consisting of the Alliance for Economic Success, Great Start Collaborative, and the Cadillac Area Chamber of Commerce and the Cadillac Area Community Foundation applied for and was awarded one of 11 Child Care Innovation Fund grants from the Early Childhood Investment Corporation to fund a Cadillac Child Care Accelerator project. And I am that accelerator. So the goal of this is to strategically frame and support high-quality child care as infrastructure essential to the current and future health of greater Cadillac area economy in order to ensure that families, industry, and the child care providers have the resources needed to achieve their goals. So the accelerator coordinator, which is, again, myself, will engage towards multiple early accelerator outcomes for each of the constituents, groups, and families, providers, and businesses. The accelerator coordinator will identify the needs, educate on opportunities, and foster connections that drive solutions for the community. I will raise awareness about the importance of access to high-quality child care and early childhood education within the community and represent the intersecting interests of Cadillac area business industry, child care providers, and families within the newly formed Regional Child Care Resource Network. So I did provide you with a printout, and it kind of goes over my role as the accelerator. And there's the, nice little diagram, Venn diagram, shows me in the center. So basically, I was brought on just to be a walking resource for our community to, hopefully accelerate the affordable child care within our community. There are, the CDC subsidy, which is low cost to free child care. They did extend the requirements to be eligible, so families now can make up to 200% of the federal poverty income, which is a family of four making $55,500 annually, they can get free child care. So little tidbits of information like that. I'm here to spread the word to the community, whether it be to employers, employees, or even if a provider has a family that they know falls within that requirement. So the next steps, what we are going to be doing is hosting a child care provider dinner town hall discussion so that my core team and I can understand what the child care providers need to help facilitate the child care movement here within our community. Also completing data mapping and needs analysis projects. That is our surveys that we have launched for child care providers, caregivers, and employers alike. We have sent them out. So we're still getting results back from that. And then we are also going to host a community report at the April Rise Up for more information, more discussion, and to continue this project. So, yeah. Any
Thank you.
questions? Thank you.
Sounds great.
Good. All right.
We
Thank
need
you
it.
so much.
Good job.
Yeah. Thank you again for having me. I
Thank you.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Rebecca.
And the information you provided us, we
Yes.
put it online as well. It's in our council packet, so.
Yeah, thank you. I did see that. I appreciate that very much. So, all right. And thank you.
Okay, that takes us to communications. Sandy?
Yes, being recommended to approve the request from Clam Torch RMPL LLC, doing business as Clam Lake Beer Company, Raven Barbecue LLC, doing business as Raven Social, Feaster Enterprises Inc., doing business as Roaring 20 Saloon, and Roasted Cafe LLC to have sidewalk cafes in front of their businesses in 2023, subject to the conditions listed.
Do they have to reread that whole motion, or can we just
You can say yes.
Approved
As-
as presented.
approved as presented by the clerk,
I'll move to approve as presented.
rather than read that all over
Second
again?
Well, when I write it, I will put,
Yes.
sorry,
Yeah.
that King said this motion and then read, and then,
Yes,
okay,
Good.
all right. Just because it's going to the state, that's,
okay.
Yep.
Thanks,
All right.
Sandy.
Councilmember Shippers,
Yes.
Allenboss.
Yes.
Ingalls, King,
Yes.
Mayor Folkins.
Yes, motion carries.
Being recommended to approve the display of a banner from January 23rd to 30th, 2023 for the Cadillac Area Visitors Bureau.
I'll make that motion to approve the display of a banner from January 23rd through 30th, 2023 for the Cadillac Area Visitors Bureau.
I'll second that.
Councilmember Ellenboss?
Yes.
Ingalls? King?
Yes.
Shippers?
Yes.
Mayor Folkins?
Yes, motion carries. And we move on to the appointments,
Okay,
or reappointments. I say.
Council needs to appoint a regular member and an alternate to the Board of Review for a one-year term to expire on January 17th, 2024.
Well, Robert has been that person, and I'm
I believe
assuming,
I'm the alternate.
and then you're the alternate,
I'll still be the
Yeah.
alternate.
I would
So-
think we could continue.
Do you want-
Do we need to
Do we
make a
need a
motion for
motion?
that?
So I'll go ahead and make the motion to appoint Robert Ingalls as the regular member and T.I. Shippers as the alternate member to the Board of Review for a one-year term to expire on January 17th, 2024.
I'll second that.
Councilmember Ingalls? King?
Yes.
Shippers?
Yes.
Ellenboss?
Yes.
Mayor Folkins?
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Robert.
Being recommended to approve the reappointment of Mike Filiomeni to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority for a 3-year term to expire on January 21st, 2026.
He's
Mike-
been on that board since 2005, so that'll be like 31 years. So I'll make the motion to approve the reappointment of Mike Filomeni to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority for a 3-year term to expire on January 21st, 2026.
I'll second that.
Councilmember King?
Yes.
Shippers?
Yes.
Ellenboss?
Yes.
Ingalls? Mayor Folkins?
Yes, motion carries.
Being recommended to approve the reappointment of Charles Labar to the Cemetery Board for a 3-year term to expire on January 17th, 2026.
I would make a motion to approve the reappointment of Charles Labar to the Cemetery Board for a 3-year term to expire on January 17th, 2026.
Support.
Councilmember Shippers?
Yes.
Ellenboss?
Yes.
Ingalls? King?
Yes.
Mayor Folkins?
Yes, motion carries.
Being recommended to approve the reappointment of Larry Bontrager to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a 3-year term to expire on January 21st, 2026.
And he's been on that since 2003. So I'll make a motion to approve the reappointment of Larry Bontrager, is that how you say it? To the Zoning Board of Appeals for a 3-year term to expire January 21st, 2026. And thanks for your service.
I'll second that.
Councilmember Ellenboss?
Yes.
Ingalls? King?
Yes.
Shippers?
Yes.
Mayor Folkins?
Yes, motion carries. City Manager's Report.
Just one item this evening. It's actually a pass-through request. It's from the Cadillac Housing Commission. It's their annual request for an adjustment to their cost of living. Their request was approved by their board and recommended for a 5% across-the-board adjustment for all Cadillac Housing Commission employees. And as I always remind City Council, this does not come from city coffers. It comes from their coffers. But because of how the city ordinance established the commission, we are responsible for approving this type of request.
I'll make a motion to approve the compensation change request from the Cadillac Housing Commission as presented.
I'll second that.
Councilmember Ingalls? King?
Yes.
Shippers?
Yes.
Ellenboss?
Yes.
Mayor Folkins?
Yes, motion carries. This time we'll open the floor for our second public comment. Seeing no one, we'll close public comment and move to the good of the order, should anyone have anything.
I would just like to announce that the Cadillac Mayor's Youth Council will be meeting tomorrow in these chambers at 3 p.m. Come join us.
And again, I asked you last time, what age groups?
Oh, it's high school age.
Okay.
Youth in Cadillac and the surrounding areas.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And I'll just comment that I'm saddened to see McLean's Bike Store shuttering, but hopefully somebody will step up to the plate and we'll have a bike store again in the future.
What's that?
Okay, if nothing else, we'll go ahead and adjourn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
How we
everybody.
do?